As a photographer, I've always wanted to make a what's in your camera bag video, and today's the day. So let me start by saying I don't really use a bag, I use a Pelican case. And the reason for that is these things are both waterproof, bulletproof, and kid-proof. I've had this case for more than a decade now, and it'll probably outlast me. Now, I do have a camera bag, actually I have two of them, but here is where all my gear resides. The first thing you'll notice on this case is the stickers. Personally, I love stickers, and my favorite one on here is the custom one that my daughter made for me. Hopefully my youngest daughter will also make one for me in the future. Hint, hint. Now, before I go ahead and open this puppy up, I'm gonna ask you guys to do me one favor, and that's to hit the subscribe button and the like button, leave a comment or share the video. You know, I really appreciate that. So I'm gonna wait for you guys to go ahead and do that. All right, cool, appreciate that. If you didn't do it, you're a dick. All right, cool. All right, let's go ahead and let's open this up. And let's reveal. All right, so first of all, let me show you what camera I use. This is the Canon EOS Elon 2. Now, this is actually my first camera. I don't use this camera anymore. This is a film camera. When I got this camera, I knew absolutely nothing about shutter speed, ISO, f-stops, none of that. So basically, I just keep it now as a memory as my first camera. So I just keep it around. Okay, so in this slide here, my Canon R6 would be resting, but I'm using it to record the overhead shot. And in this slot, the Canon R6 Mark II, but obviously I'm using that one to film myself. Both these cameras are great, and they're only 2 years apart, so I'm hoping the R6 Mark III comes out before the year is up. And if that's the case, I'll be selling my R6 ASAP. So look out on Facebook Market when that happens. Now let's talk lenses. I have some EF lenses, but my favorite out of the three is the 85mm 1.4 L lens. This lens is perfect for portraits, and the bokeh is immaculate. I don't think I would ever upgrade this lens to the RF version. I would keep this EF every day, all day. All right, now the second EF lens I got in here is the famous 50mm 1.2 L lens. And yes, this one is also perfect for portraits. You really can't go wrong with the 85 or the 50 when it comes down to portraits. It really just comes down to preference. And honestly, I wouldn't upgrade to the art version on this one either. It gets the job done. Now, I do own one non-L lens, and this is the only non-L lens that I own, and there's nothing wrong if you don't own an L lens. This is just me and my preference, and that is the macro 100mm lens. This is one of the first L lenses I've ever purchased, and that was because of the price. And I never cared to upgrade this to a L version because this lens only comes out for special occasions. Other than that, it stays in here hibernating. So if I'm ever gonna spend the funds on an upgrade, it will not be on that. Now let's get into some RF lenses. Now, I currently own 3 RF lenses, and they're all upgrades from the previous EF models. The first is the recently released Canon 35 1.4 VCM lens, and I recently did a review on that lens, and if you want to watch it, I'll leave a link in the description. All right, so I just switched lenses so I can show you the next RF lens I own, and that is the 15 to 35 2.8. This is an upgrade from the EF 17 to 40 f4 lens, which I got as a beginner, but now I know better, and I would never recommend getting a f4 wide angle lens, especially if you plan on using it to shoot indoor events or video even. Like, it's just go 2.8 all the way. All right, back to the wide angle shot. So of course, no camera bag is complete without a telephoto lens, and I think this is by far my favorite lens out of the whole bunch, and that is the RF 70 to 200 2.8 lens. This was a gift to myself. Well, really, these are all gifts to myself. When you get a telephoto lens, because of the weight, image stabilization is a must. All right, so like always, thank you for watching, and keep in mind, all of this equipment was not purchased in a day. This is years of investing and working my fingers to the bone. And with that, love yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next vid. Peace.